Right, guys, so we're gonna take you through an upper workout. I got my buddy Luke with me. We're gonna show you what we normally do on an upper day. Build structural balance, build strong upper strength and mobility, and work all areas of the upper joints. Luke started with some banded ROKP. You could do different variations with this, right? He's going double leg, then he can go single leg as well, and walk. Just showing different variations is good. We do wanna just start to get blood flow with every single session, whether it be sled, or the banded ROKP. So once he's done with that, you can work that for 2 to 3 minutes. So what Luke is first gonna start out, we're gonna get some eccentric bench today with some Penl Rows. I'll explain how that works, but before we get into heavier load on the bench, Luke is just gonna prepare his shoulder and backside with an external rotation, right? So what he's doing here is keeping the knee stable. He's not swaying it back and forth, going slow and controlled on the way down, getting a stretch in the shoulder, and then pressing back up. This is gonna work the rotator cuff fully, right? This entire area, he's preparing for his shoulder to get into heavier bench press load, right? He's getting 10 reps here on both sides, and then we're gonna get into some bench. So just to show the other angle here, right? He's controlling the way down and then pressing back up. To make it more difficult, he can then turn into the weight, because when he goes down, it's gonna get a deeper stretch. Make sure that makes sense to everybody. So he's turning into it, getting a deeper stretch here, then flexing all the way up, keeping this knee stable, right? So this is the external rotation, probably the most important for throwers, anybody who's dealing with shoulder injuries, and especially if you want to prepare for an upper session using bench or heavy rows or complex movements like that, you use the external rotation. So we're gonna get into the bench here, right? We got chains for eccentric loading. We're gonna go slow eccentrics here, 4 seconds down and pop. Second we hit the chest. So he's timing 4 seconds down, second he hits the chest, he's popping. We're gonna get 6 reps here, right? So here we go, unload. Here we go. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop. Good. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop. There it is. 2, 3, 4. Pop. See how he's controlling the way down? Once it hits the chest, he's popping up, right? This is super important for loading the eccentric, building muscle adaptation in the chest, and popping up. Here we go, we're getting 6 reps there, right? We're using the chains and the eccentrics to overload the muscle there. So now he's gonna get into Penl Rows, right? So we just worked the front side, we're gonna work the back side now. So he's getting into here, right? Full row and controlling the way down. He's trying to touch the mid body and control the way down. Straight into the movement, working the upper to mid back. There you go. Yep, and then just get full rep. Try to touch. There you go. So he's getting 10 reps there, and we're getting 6 reps there. This is the perfect, right, get it back to externals. Perfect superset for hitting each area of the body. If you understand, he's hitting the chest with the eccentric, but then he's getting into the upper back to balance that out and build structural balance with the Penl Row. But also having good shoulder stability to handle this heavy load by building with the external rotation. You can start with very, very lightweight with this movement, or with just your body weight alone, right? Just getting here and controlling the way down and then pressing up. You're still gonna get blood flow, you're still gonna get a contraction and still develop that rotator cuff. So he's just preparing for the bench. Notice how this is minimal rest, right? We're trying to get the most out of a short amount of time within a session. Here we go, right? Controlling the way down. Good, 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 then pop. There you go. Pop. Good, so controlling with heavy load and then using that explosion to accelerate forward with that punch. There you go. Control, 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 pop. Good. 2, 3, 4, pop. There you go. Solid. So Penl Row, again, getting straight into it. So you work all 3 of these. The upper body is pretty much leveled out, built, strength everywhere. See how he's controlling the way down. There we go. So that's the first superset we're doing. Okay, so once we've built strength, we can then get into some more length and mobility movements, but also building stability on the backside. So he's working a pullover right now, right? Getting that cross bench. So weights coming down, he's thinking back bridge, getting as deep as possible, getting the stretch, and then pressing back up, right? I don't know if people have seen this, but Arnold used to use this for his lats and building his lat strength, building that mobility to get into a standing press, right? This is also great for throwers. It's great for thoracic spine health. Pullovers are very key. See how he's getting that back bridge look on the way down, press back up. So straight after the pullover, we want to get into the trap 3. Right, so that's what Luke's about to do. Using a back extension and some weights in that back extension and then controlling the way down. So he's in a Y shape right now, reaching back as far as he can and controlling the way down for 6 reps. Super slow eccentric, right? Slow on the way down, control, 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 building all the upper back he just opened up with a pullover. So if you're a thrower and you work these, I guarantee things will improve with the upper mobility, but also the velocity on the ball, right? So straight after that, we're then gonna get into working the neck and the back side of the neck. So he's gonna get on the bench and work a neck bridge, using control with the neck and then rotating on both sides, right? We don't want to have any weak areas in the entire upper half, especially for contact sports, football player, right? Hockey, rugby, even basketball or soccer, like you need to develop the neck, right? And so he's working rotation in an upper neck bridge position. So once we've now developed more mobility, we're gonna finally build some full range ab strength. I like to work this on my upper days. So he's gonna get into a GHD sit-up, right? So he's getting full stretch in this upper ab area and then fully coming up and touching feet. So he's touching ground and then fully coming up and touching feet, right? This is great to complement the pullover and then come back up fully, right? So he's getting that deep opening of the thoracic, but then also flexing to develop the entire anterior chain with this movement right here. This is an example of an upper day for majority of the athletes that I work with. Luke has been with me for a while now, and he's been able to get to this ability where he can go with these heavy loads, get into deeper range positions, and be able to build stability in all areas for the upper body. He wasn't here when he started. He started at very, very beginner levels, using basically body weight, right, and then progressing to higher loads with deeper ranges of motion. For the beginning, right, the bench, external, Penl Row, you want to work around 3 sets there. Pull over, trap 3 neck. You can work 2 sets and then getting here using the reps that he did in the video. So watch this over. You can use it for yourself. See how much it helps you with the upper body strength. More to come of explaining how my athletes train. And as always, stay locked in.